Hey, what's going on? Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius here on BronxNet, channel 68, files 2132, and BronxNet.org. And we're doing a great show. Today, it's going to be a kickback show for me because I have another comedian on the show, and that means I don't have to do that much work. They're going to do a lot more laughing and giggling and bringing their own style of funny to the show. Jenny Saldana will be on the show. And but I want to thank you guys for tuning in every week, Monday at 10:30, for joining me. Thank you so much, and I'm going to continue to bring you what I can bring you, whoever's available, and we're just going to continue having fun. We're going to have some silly topics, we're going to have some serious topics, and we're just going to have a whole lot of fun. So I want you to come in and join me for at least an hour. That's 10:30 Monday nights, and we're going to kick back and enjoy and relax each other. Things have been going well. It's another good week, and we are in Black History Month. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that later on, but let's go ahead and bring Jenny because I can see she's waiting. I can see she's ready backstage, and you guys are going to enjoy her. She had me on her show, a booby show. We'll have her explain that one, and she's just been fantastic to work with over the years. Stand up comedian, and she has so many other things we're going to find out about in this hour. And then in the second half hour, you know how we do. We're going to find out about her love, about her relationship, about her romance. And she's grinning back there. So let's bring her on and enjoy. Welcome to the show, Jenny Saldana. And I hope I'm pronouncing everything correctly.
Lasagna, like lasagna.
Well, hey, well, I'm not Hispanic. Saldana.
Really? Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to be Hispanic. How's it going?
I am well. I am well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Happy New Year to you, and it's good to see
Yes.
you.
Good to
Yeah.
see you too. Good to see you too.
Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate you being on the show. I know you got so much to talk about. I see you doing your thing out there on 42nd Street and below and above. We bounce into each other at the clubs and doing stand up comedy, and
Yeah.
you are out there doing your thing. So let's do the regular format of the show. Let's go
hmm
through where you're from, and all that good stuff, and then we'll kick into the meaty start of the show.
Okay. Well, it all began when. No, I'm a Dominican girl. I came here when I was 6. I grew up in Washington Heights.
Hmm.
Give it up for the Heights. I live in Times Square. I'm more from Times Square than from Washington Heights because I left Washington Heights at a very young age. But I haven't been from Washington Heights since I was 13. So about
Yeah.
10 years.
Okay. Well, that sounds cool. You've been doing your thing, and I see you constantly in the game handling your business. But what's it like? You're a New Yorker. I
Yeah,
would consider you a New Yorker.
I
Tell the
am.
folks that watch around. You know, this show actually airs in the Bronx, but it airs around on the internet. What is it like being a New Yorker?
Are you not a New Yorker, Sean?
I am a New Yorker. I'm originally born in Queens.
But where did you grow up?
I grew up in Queens. I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up upstate.
All right. All
So
right.
I'm a
So
New
I mean,
Yorker.
I'm a New Yorker. I think that first of all, I'm a very arrogant New Yorker. Like, I'm like, there's nobody better than us. Who do you think you are? Oh, California got a
Right,
terror
right,
tax. Who do
right.
you think you are, California? You think you this? Like, so I'm very yeah, I'm very that. I'm very much an arrogant New Yorker. I live in a tiny New York apartment, as you can partly see. It's a mess, and I'm like next to my closet. I have a bag hanging here.
Yeah,
Um,
I see a whole bunch of stuff on the wall and
there's
a
a
whole bunch you
bunch of
said.
stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. There's my coats are back here. There's the front door. That's my wall of just everything. I don't know if you can see the bat. There's a bat right there. See that bat? That's a pink
Yeah,
bat.
yeah, yeah. I can see the back.
Yeah, that's a bat right there. And
Okay,
my beautiful RBG calendar.
right. You got.
Rest in power, RBG. Um, but so I consider myself and being a girl from the Heights. Um, I like to tell people. So I grew up here, and then I went to high school in Florida, and
Okay.
then I went to college in Pittsburgh, and then I moved back to New York. So I lived out of New York for like 10 years, and during those 10 years, I discovered so many things about being a New Yorker and how much um like we live like New York is the greatest city in the world, and everyone in the world is represented here. But and it's because everyone
Right.
has
Yeah.
their group. Their group is there. So the first time I went to when I went to school in Pennsylvania, I went to school in Pittsburgh. I met
Hmm.
people who didn't know what a Latina was. They're like, "What are you?"
Really.
And I was the first Latina a lot of people had met in Pittsburgh. And I had never felt like, and I had never, I didn't know, I know this sounds naive, but I didn't know it was a minority because I lived in Washington Heights. It's all of, everybody looks like me.
Yeah.
Then I went to school in Miami and everybody looked like me. So, I didn't know. So then I go to Pittsburgh. I'm thinking everybody,
Everybody's you.
no, no, I was an other. I was an other.
You were an other. You were other. But okay, so you grew up all over, but you're in New York. You claim New York.
Yeah.
You're doing your thing in New York. Um, let's get into the meaty stuff. When did you decide to become a comedian? You had that personality already. When did you decide to just put it on stage?
That's a great question because I'm an actor first. I've been acting for a long, long time, and I've always been a performer. And I was hosting a I'm a breast cancer survivor, which we can talk about. I'm a
Hmm.
breast cancer survivor, and we had a I was hosting an event like the one
Yes,
that
yes,
you
yes,
participated in.
yes.
So I was hosting an event, but this is before I was hosting an event. And I was just, talking and whatever, and somebody comes up to me and goes, "We want to see your comedy." And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I don't do stand up. I was just whatever. I was just trying to do a story. They're like, "Yeah, well, that's what stand up is." I'm like, "Oh."
Right, right.
So then, the first time I think I did my first time on stage as a comic, I think I maybe did 3 or 4 minutes. It felt like forever.
Okay.
And
All right,
and
all
when I
right.
got off stage, and it wasn't a mic, it was a show. Like I
Mm,
got somebody to let me on a show.
mm, mm.
And I looked normal. Like on stage, I looked fine because I'm an actor, so I'm comfortable on stage.
Sure, sure.
So I didn't look nervous. But when I got off the stage, my teeth were chattering, like I was so nervous, like I was outside naked in this weather. Like I was just like, oh, I
Right.
was not like I was not. It was so that was like about 8 years ago.
Hmm. So okay, so you've been doing stand up for how long?
For about 8 years, yeah.
Eight. That's it. 8 years. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
it was longer. I thought it
yeah,
was
wait,
longer.
wait.
Okay,
Yeah, like wait, what year are we in? So 20, yeah, like 20,
2022.
yeah, so 2013. So 9 years, will be 9 years, 10 years.
Oh
10
wow.
years.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go back because you command the stage. Well, that's what an actor and actress does. They command the screen and wherever
Yeah.
whatever they're doing. So you can see the actor and actress. I was a theater major, so I
Yeah, so
basically
you
can
know.
understand. Yeah. Um, you what was so obviously comedy was second, and you dealt with. Let's talk about the cancer right now
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
did the show for you. I did the movie show, and I actually watched it last week, about a week and a half ago, because I have it on my page, and it was cool. You dealt with something early in your life, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about the breast situation.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2006, January 4th, 2006. I just celebrated my 16-year cancer anniversary. January 4th,
Congratulations.
2000.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. January 4th, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I and what happened was I was too young. So it took me a year to get diagnosed because nobody would see me because I didn't fit the profile. I was too young and I didn't have any family history or the genetic
Right.
gene for
Right.
breast cancer.
Right.
So they were like, "No, there's nothing wrong with you. You need to just, eh." And so it took me a year. So finally I get diagnosed, and I had to have a right side mastectomy. They had to remove my right breast, and they reconstructed the breast from my stomach tissue. The procedure is called a transversus rectus abdominis mycutaneous. Is an 8 to 12 hour surgery where they gut you literally
Mm.
and redirect part of your abs into the breast that they've hollowed out.
Right. Right.
Um,
Okay.
hollowed out to remove the breast because they had to remove the breast. So, I had that done, and that was 2 months of bed rest and eight. It was crazy, and then chemotherapy and all that stuff. Um, so fast forward to, I wrote a play. about my journey, and I toured colleges with that, and I
Okay.
won
All
an
right.
award
All
for I
right.
won a national award for that. And I just, kept performing and acting and doing things. And again, and then I started fundraising and holding um events. Just actually, it was just Hooray for Boobies used to be a party. I used
Hmm.
to throw this crazy themed party. Like
Okay.
I had like a, and then it always had to have pink in it, the number pink, the name pink, the color pink. I mean, the word pink or something,
Right.
or something like that. So like I had, I threw a prom, so I called it the pink prom.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
oh, I threw a pinks and hoes,
Okay. All
and
right.
then I threw a Vegas party that was called Viva las Tetas. so
Well,
I kept it like that. Yeah,
well, no.
go ahead.
One of the things I wanted to say was meeting you and knowing your journey, because I've looked up some of the things that you did, and then being a part of that show. And then just not too long ago, last week, I think it was a week or so ago, we were on the same show together, and you talked about your breast cancer. My mom, unfortunately, passed away. She passed away. Yeah, she had breast cancer. Um, you have done so much to push this forward, to give this message of hope to folks.
Mhm.
And if there's somebody watching now, there's people watching now, what would you talk to them about or tell them about? Because your spirit and your energy, if they're around you, they would know. But what would you tell them to 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 have positive outlook?
Well, at first and foremost, I'm sorry for the loss of your mother. I
Thank you.
can assure you that even though I never knew her, if she went through this, and then she went down fighting,
Right, right,
so there's no shame in that, and um, I tell people, this is what I tell everyone, no matter what. First of all, yes, I had cancer, but that's my mountain. Okay.
sure,
Your mountain is your mountain, because I always have people come up to me. It's like, oh, I'm going through this, but it's not like cancer. It's like, stop. It's your mountain.
right,
Okay. So my mountain's not bigger than yours, and your mountain's not bigger than mine. Is we both have mountains, and that's the first thing. So we need to conquer our mountain. Second thing, and I think it actually should be the first thing. Actually, hope is the last thing to die. Hope
right,
has to be the last thing to die.
right, right,
Without hope, we wouldn't be working, you know crappy clubs. Without hope, we wouldn't be telling our little jokes. Without hope, we wouldn't be wanting, because we hope for something else. So hope has to be the last thing to die.
right,
And the third thing that I would tell anyone in any situation is, know your body and know what's normal for you. Because I was thrown away because I didn't fit the profile according to the medical community. And if I wasn't that squeaky wheel, I wouldn't be here today. So know your body and know what's normal for you. And the minute something's no longer normal for you, you say something.
right, right. It's crazy because every time I see you, you're so happy, you're so joyous. And I just went through something last year myself, so I can understand it. I know exactly what you're talking about, the hope, and
Mm-hmm.
then it continues, and you're being thankful for having another opportunity to do what you do, and you take advantage of that. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's a wonderful thing. Like every time I see you, because I know your story, but I wanted other folks to know your story, and I'm glad when you said you would come on. It's a positive thing that what
Oh yeah.
you do what you do, and you get up on stage and you talk about it, and you and you communicate about it, and you celebrate. You know, um, let's move off of that. Now
Uh-huh.
you're moving into your. Now I saw you, I saw you on a bus. Were you on a bus telling people a tour? You were a tour guide at
I
some
used
point
to work on a double decker bus.
in Times
That was the
Square.
worst job. That was the worst job. And they fired us all via text.
Oh gosh, wait, that was a Times Square bus, right? You were doing in the area where you live.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
do.
gosh.
I love. I'm a New York historian. Like, I love New York history, and I actually um I run a company, a tour guiding company that talks about New York history. So I love talking about New York history. So the fact that I hated talking about New York history is because it was on a bus. And I used to, there's
Right.
an expression that says there are no stupid questions. Yes, there are. What kind of stupid questions? And then the thing is, you're on a bus, so if the person missing, like, what is that? Oh, it's over there. We passed it. It's like over here. So we're by the Empire State Building. So I'm like, Empire State Building, built in 1931. Blah 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 blah. This woman goes, "Is the Statue of Liberty up there?" Like,
And so you've had things to add to your stand up, just like we all basically have.
I was like, oh yes, yes, I have.
Yeah, so you jumped off of that. You were doing that job, and I know you were letting people know you're doing that job. You also know one very funny and very smart and crafty lady that we both know, Pat Brown. You know her.
Oh yeah, that's my
Um,
baby.
you travel around doing things, but you're making your own mark in this game, and you do the same thing that we all do as a comic. What's the hardest part for you, being a comedian?
Um, Writing. It's and the discipline it takes for the writing, and just because I get up there, but I'm always like, because I really am just pretty much making up my set as I go along. Like I'm just like, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, okay, that's never gonna get me on late night. That's never gonna get me on New Faces. That's never gonna get me on because I mean I'm very proud that that's a talent, right? I can be like, blah blah blah, oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, look at your shoes, okay, but I
Yeah.
like no, so just getting things I think is discipline because it does require discipline that I don't have and I'm trying to get, and I don't have the it's also, I hate saying it this way, but it's a young man's game. I don't want to be hanging out at a club just to see if I can get a spot at 11 at midnight o'clock.
Right, but
Like,
you like
no.
I keep forgetting you haven't even gotten in your 10 years yet.
No.
I'm almost 30 years in,
Oh
and
wow.
for you, because I thought you were in there, I thought you were doing comedy longer.
No,
Um,
I just been in show business forever.
you've been in show business forever, and you're just doing it on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
level. So are you
yeah.
are you gigging with the actress thing?
Oh yeah, I make more money as an actor than I do as a comic. Just because I've done some good stuff and I'm still auditioning for stuff. I'm gigging. I've done I did I shot a web series that launches next month at the new season, and it's called Bronxish. So I
Okay,
yeah, Bronxish. I shot that. Um so I do gig. I've been acting forever. And then I started doing comedy. So yeah, I'm actually still a baby comic.
yeah, and you would
Yeah,
never know it.
yeah.
You would never know it the way you carry yourself, but you've been doing your acting gig, and that's fantastic. So
Yeah.
learning as a comic, what have you learned? Because you're not even 10 years in. You're almost
Yeah.
10 years in. What have you learned as a comic in your years? Eight. You said eight, because
No,
you've been.
I think it's I think I turned 12. I think I turned 10 this year.
It is.
I
It
think I
is.
was in
It is 10.
2012, yeah.
It is
I
10.
think it's 10. I think it's 10, yeah.
So what have you learned in your since from your first years of doing stand up to now that's different that you're
In
like,
these
oh,
past
I knew.
10 summers, these past 10 summers have um you know, one thing that I have learned about being a comic is that I've always respected comedy because even though I've always been acting, I've always been a comedic actor.
Mhm.
So, but one of the things that I learned is the disrespect that we have as comics, that people have for us as comics, because I guess it's because we're so good at our jobs, people think it's that easy.
Right.
Because
Right. Yeah.
I said you would never go up to Yo Yo Ma and be like, yeah, I can play the cello.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm Yo-Yo Ma, but
Right.
but
Right.
still, no one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You wouldn't go up to any band, a house band, and be like, I could get up there and play that guitar. Like you can't.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
do that.
People kind of
But
put us down.
people
We're the lowest of
constantly
the
putting
lowest.
us down.
Yep.
We're the lowest man on the totem
Yep.
pole, and but yet we're the only ones. This is it. It's like it's just us and our mic. Just we're naked. Us and one
Yeah.
mic. That's it. Me butt naked and a mic, because that's what comedy is. You're butt naked. No, you're butt naked.
Basically.
There's nothing. You have nothing. You have nothing to fall back on in the sense of like there's no band that's gonna kick up. There's another actor. No, you're butt naked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Because now you're 10 years into being a stand up. You've already done the acting thing, or you're doing it as now.
I'm doing.
What are your dreams in the business? What are your future? What's the next 5 years
You know
hold
what?
for you?
Oh wow, I don't even know. I would like to do something. I wrote a collection of short stories during the shutdown that I'd like to revisit. I tend to do things and then walk away from them and then look at them again with new eyes when I leave them
Right,
like
right.
and that's a smart way of saying like I'm lazy and I forget about shit. But like I'm like, oh, I just let it go simmer and then I can revisit it later. That means I forgot about it.
Okay.
Or I gave up on it. Like, oh, this sucks. But I like to do that. Honestly, you know what? I'd like to my in the next 5 years, I want to be full time just making all my money from show business, be it acting, comedy writing. I want to do. I think that I know I have the chops to do all of those, and it's just waiting for the right moment and waiting for not even waiting for the right opportunity, but being ready, waiting and ready, which is different because you could just be waiting and not be ready, but waiting and ready.
Right. Well,
And yeah.
I'm sorry. I was going to say because being a woman and being a talented woman is different than being a talented man.
Hmm.
And right now, women are being respected like they should be respected, but then some are not. But still, you're fighting to put yourself in a position. Um,
Yeah.
you want to do some things in the near future that maybe a man is doing at this point, but because he's a man, he'll do. But I do
Hmm.
see doors opening. So do you see yourself in a series? Because I know you, and I know of you, and I know how funny and how talented you are. The world is meeting you. Would you like to have a show on television
Oh, that would be my dream. My
as
dream,
you're an
yeah, my
actor?
dream, my yeah, my dream would be to have a sitcom or a show or a talk show, anywhere where I can just be myself and just talk to people, hang out with my friends. Like if my dream gig would be being the third wheel for Snoop and Martha. Like, give me that job. Like, just let me be with Snoop and Martha, and I'll be good.
That's cool. That's cool because see, I know I watched you. You had your own show. You put your own show on. When I think it was from your apartment.
Yes,
Uh,
from right here, from my
you
bed. That's
right
the
from your bed, and you were doing your own show and you were doing your own thing. What's your gauge on other comedians? Because you're in the city, you see comics come and go and do different things.
hmm
How do you gauge the comedy game and the actor game right now the way it is?
well, I think that right now, actually, I think there's a wave in acting. There's a wave happening because for a while, um, reality TV. I mean, it's still key because it's still the cheapest way to do something. But
Right,
reality TV was everything. Like you could that we were not having that many sitcoms, and now we got but now sitcoms are back. Like, Abbott Elementary and Crew and like all these great
right,
sitcoms are coming
yes,
back.
right.
So I think that there will be more work for the regular sitcom genre. I think it's coming back. It's having a renaissance because TV is having its golden age right now.
Yeah.
And so I think that yeah, and I'm not giving up on my show. I do a parody show too where I pretend that I'm Sunny Hostin from The View, and that's called Sunny She Shed. So Sunny She Shed, check it out on Instagram, Sunny She Shed. And
Okay.
there's only a few episodes, but it's just me pretending that I'm her. Uh
Okay.
yeah,
Is that is
that's the
that is
name.
that the next thing you like? If someone just came walked up to you and said, "Jenny, listen, whatever you tell us, we're gonna pop it off." Is that the next show? Is that the show you're gonna pop off?
No. The next show I would pop
What's the
off
show?
it would be my show with like if somebody gave me the money, I would do my show. I have them recreate my apartment in the set, like for a set, and people will have to come sit in my bed and talk to me in my bed. And we'd wear pajamas. And you have to wear pajamas. There used to be a show in England, believe it or not, where the host would interview people in her bed. It was just this giant bed. People would just get in bed and they would just
Oh, right. Okay.
it
Right.
was it just I mean I wouldn't do it like that, but I would do it like that's what I would pop off. Something where I'm interviewing people. Like if I could have my version of laughing, yes. Yes. That's how I
Okay.
see it.
Okay. Okay. So, if a female and a male walked up to you and they wanted some advice, and it was after a comedy show or after an acting event, what would you tell them? And say, Miss Jenny, I want to get started. What's the mindset to have going into the acting comedy thing? What would you tell them?
I think for comedy, well, for both, for anything in show business, you have to have tough skin. You have to get used to rejection. You have to be really used. You have to love rejection. You have to just be okay with rejection because it's just gonna
Right.
happen. No matter how good you are, no matter whatever, it's just gonna happen. You have to be good with rejection, and you have to just if you're good with rejection, like meaning you have tough skin and you believe in yourself, you can go really far. And you just gotta work. You just gotta put in the work. And I've been very blessed in the sense that um a lot of the work came to me. Like a lot of the work that people have to put in just kind of showed up for me. But
Mhm.
it only showed up but for so long. Like it only got me but so far. The rest of it I had, I have
Right.
to, you know.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I got to cut corners. I only did one bringer in my life, I think, or two
Yeah.
bringers in my life. Um yeah, I did a very few bringers, so it was, you know,
I think we all, whatever game you get into, you bump into the rules every now and then but then you can create your own, and now I think it's a lot of people can create their own as we continue to go. You still have
mhm,
to follow the general rules or the basic rules of acting, the basic rules of comedy, but you can make up your own rules to get to success. Especially now, what I see when I'm watching folks do. So that's fantastic. So I'm very proud of you. I wanted to tell you that, and I
mhm.
think I already tell you,
Thank you.
proud of you from the cancer situation, and thanking you again for placing me on your show because it was such a wonderful thing to do the booby show, and but congratulating you on your comedy career. I see you traveling, you're posting, you're having a good time with life, you're doing what you want to
Yeah,
do, and you're enjoying yourself. So could you please,
yeah.
before we take a break, really quick, I'll give you a chance to breathe. Tell
Hmm.
everybody again, how to get in contact with you if they see you and they want to get in contact with you through your social media.
Oh, well, I put my social media right there. My name is The Little Brown Girl Show on Instagram. You can slip into my DMs there. The Little Brown Girl Show. On Twitter, I'm the LB Girl Show. The LB Girl Show. But I'm more of a Instagrammer than a Twitter.
Right, right. Now, really quickly, not quickly, but we have about a minute or two before we take a real break. Do you have any favorite spots that you traveled to, comedy wise, that you've done that you just want to be like, yo, that was awesome? Like, give us three that you've done,
Comedy wise,
comedy or acting. You could do whatever you do because I know you're an actress as well.
what you say? But you saying favorite locations?
Your
I didn't understand the question.
favorite locations as far as comedy, and then maybe a show, actress wise.
Um, I was very happy to have done the main stage at the Ice House in Pasadena, which is one of the oldest comedy clubs in America.
Okay.
Uh, and I also was I felt very blessed. I didn't do the main room, but I did the belly room at the comedy store. um, and acting, uh, I really haven't traveled so much for acting.
Or have you done a show or something or a piece that you've done that you're very very proud of? I see your
Oh,
pink
okay. Well,
bad your pink
you're
banners on the
talking about
wall.
you said about locations. I don't know. I'm
Well,
like,
that location was the comedy, acting wise show.
oh, acting wise, I'm very proud of actually the last big thing I did was on HBO, which is for a show called High Maintenance, and I was in season 4, episode 6, and I'm pretty proud of that. And I was a lot heavier. I've lost weight.
Okay, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Things that you've done, and that's
Yeah,
fantastic. So what
yeah.
I'll do now, I'll let you take a break. I'll let you take a break.
Okay.
You sit back, you breathe a little bit, grab a water, grab something really quick,
Yeah, I'll do that.
and we'll come back, and then we'll get into the romance, the love, the
Okay. All right.
relationship.
We'll talk about the love.
We'll get into all of that stuff going on with you. All right.
All right.
All right, Jenny Saldana. is on
Thank
After
you.
Dark with Shawn Cornelius, and you guys sit back and relax, and we'll be right back after this quick short break.
Hi, I'm Sheba Jordan. I wanted to make this video to show support to and congratulate my good friend Shawn Cornelius and his Enough is Enough movement. Shawn, you hit the mark with this one. With all the madness happening, particularly in this country today, I think the whole world agrees with you. Your message is appropriate, it is accurate, it is true. Enough is enough. Keep going, good brother. I'm so proud of you. I congratulate you. I support you.
Hey, what's going on? This is Shawn Cornelius. I just want to stop by and take a little bit of your time because I know a lot of you have been seeing me post a lot of videos of celebrities and or entertainment friends or acquaintances of mine supporting my Enough is Enough movement, such as Dougie Fresh, Dave Hollister, Montel Jordan, Sinbad, Tate Diggs, Bethany Brown, Brian Hooks, Malik Yoba, Kid Capri, and Jackie Joyner Kersey. Now, they're important people, obviously, because of what they do, but I have a lot of friends who are not celebrities or entertainment field that have asked me, hey, is there any way that I can lend my voice? And yes, there is. So I'm here to tell you now what to do. All you have to do is drop a I support Shawn Cornelius and the Enough is Enough video for like 30 seconds to a minute, and inbox it to me on Facebook, and I'll post it. It's very simple. That's all it is, because your voice matters too, and you're very important to me as a supporter, friend, or family member. So just inbox me a 30-second to 1 minute video stating I support Shawn Cornelius and his Enough is Enough movement, and I'll post it up, and you'll be just as important. You are just as important as any of my entertainment acquaintances. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate those that have already supported and purchased their shirts, and it's from www.ShawnCorneliusEntertainment.com. So God bless you. Thank you so much, and let's continue to raise our voices together in unity. Peace.
Hey, what's really good, y'all? I'm Al Bynum. I'm an actor, writer, DJ, and a basketball coach. But listen, make sure you tune into that hit show, After Dark, with the creator and host, my main man, Shawn Cornelius, a.k.a. Shawn Boogie. Hey, listen, make sure you watch. You won't be disappointed. I promise you. All right? Peace.
All right, all right. You're back after dark with Shawn Cornelius and Jenny Saldana, a little brown girl show. She took a break. I could see what was going on
You saw me have
backstage.
to climb over. I climbed over the bed. You saw that? I
I
was like
saw
climbing
that.
over the bed. Yeah, I wanted. I was waiting for you to say. I wish I could show you. Like my, I had to get a desk because I was messing up my back because I was like, now I quit my day job, but I'm doing like some data entry for as I'm working from home. So
Okay.
I'm, and the desk folds up. So, but when it's here, I have to climb over the bed
I saw
to
that,
do
and
it. Yeah, no, I knew you saw it. I didn't care, but I was like, I knew you were being like, I had to climb over the bed, then climb back over because if not, I can't. The desk doesn't let me get to the other side of the
nah, you're
bed.
good to go. You're
That's
good to
how
go.
small my apartment is, people.
Yeah,
Living in it, that's what it costs. That's I live in Times Square. That's what you get for living in Times
yeah,
Square. Tiny spaces.
that's one thing that they didn't see, but I saw it. Good. Well, we're back. We're glad
Yeah.
we're back. We're gonna have a great time. Even more. That leads into our second part. I just need to do me a solid, really quickly. Could you please just say abracadabra in your most sexy actress, comedian, whatever vocal, and then we'll move on. Abracadabra. That's all you need to say.
Abracadabra.
Say it again.
Abracadabra.
That second one was for me. That first one was for everybody else. That worked well.
I used to be I used to do erotic voiceovers.
You definitely seems like it works. It
I
works.
did. I used to do erotic voiceovers. I used to do that for a job.
That sounded very, very good. All right. Well, we're gonna jump into it and find out exactly what if you know anything, which I'm sure you know a whole lot about love and romance, and we'll get into this and have some fun with this so you can relax. Well, basically, the second half goes. You just give me your responses and how Jenny lives her love life. We'll see what goes down. So
Fine.
tell me,
I don't
the
care.
first question is, what is your definition of love? What is your definition of love?
My definition of love, as in romantic love, is just having this God, I don't even know how to explain it like because when you experience it, it's amazing. It's just having this like warmth in your heart when you think of them, like you just your heart swells when you think of them, and you can't help but smile when you look at them. And when you know you're in love, when you catch yourself and you're doing absolutely nothing and you're still okay that you're right next, and you're just happy that you're next to that
Well, it
person.
sounds like you're saying your definition of love is a feeling. It's a feeling, something that you feel and you
It
know.
is. You
Okay.
know it, you feel it, and then you express it however you want to express it. But I think you ask like love languages, the love languages.
Right,
I know
right.
what my love languages are. Um, Gifts, because I like to give gifts. I like to give gifts, so I like
Okay.
gifts.
Okay.
Gifts, communication, and physical touch.
Okay. All right. That works for me. Whatever works for you works for me. All right. What is your definition of romance? Your definition of romance.
My definition of romance. First of all, we live in a very romantic city. New York is a very, very, very romantic city.
Yes,
Let me
yes.
let me describe a very romantic New York thing. Romance is taking the Staten Island ferry in the summer, a late one, like a 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock one,
Okay.
and going on the top deck and just making out and looking at what with the city behind you. That's romance.
Okay, well that kind of runs into the next question, but that was very romantic.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so we got love and we got romance. Give us
Mhm.
give us an example of a romantic date. I
I
guess
just
what you,
gave you one,
and
but
you
okay,
just
I'll
gave
tell
it.
you.
Yeah, that's why I said it
I'll tell
runs
you
into it.
a romantic date that I
Give us a
had.
yeah, give us a romantic
It
date that
was
you had.
amazing. Um, I was with my the person I loved, my guy at that time. Don't love him anymore, but doesn't take away the love.
Okay.
Um, and we were in LA, and it was super, super, super hot. Like it was like 100 degrees at night.
Okay.
And we went to the Chateau Marmont. I don't know if you know the Chateau Marmont, but
I'm
it's
not familiar.
infamous. It's
Okay.
infamous. That's where Belushi died, and that's where like
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's
Yes, I
infamous.
know it then.
But it's infamous, but it's also very beautiful. It's very old school, old Hollywood, and um, so they have this. They're it's like a lounge, but it's just like it just has like chairs and couches, and it doesn't look like a dining room.
Right.
So, but they had a record player, and it was almost and we were almost the last two people because we went for a late dinner, so we were almost the last two people there. And then he went to go to look at the records because he used to be a DJ, so he went to go look at the records, and we loved Zoe Kravitz's rendition of Elvis's Don't.
Okay.
um and which is beautiful. You don't know, first of all, listen to both versions, because the Elvis version is beautiful, but the Zoe Kravitz one is beautiful. And um and I'm doing something, I don't know, drinking, I'm sure, and then I hear the first chords of the song.
Okay.
And so he had found the record that had the soundtrack, because it's from Big Little Lies, so it has the soundtrack of Big Little Lies, and the song is in there.
Wow.
And he played it, and then I look up, there's nobody else there, and he took my hand and we danced
Wow,
in
that
this
was hot.
empty room at the Chateau Marmont. Yeah, that was
Okay.
very, very romantic. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Sounds good. You
yeah,
smiling.
yeah.
You look how it makes you. It just makes you cheese.
It
You
does,
know,
it does.
good. All right. Good. All right. Cool. What makes you so? What makes Jenny so unique? What makes her unique with love? What makes her unique with romance? What puts you on another level? What the actual question is? What makes Jenny so unique?
I think what makes me unique is that I'm actually, it makes me unique for who I am, because I'm a very modern woman. I'm a very independent woman. Um yeah, I'm a very modern woman. Don't, but I'm very in a relationship. I'm very I'm very traditionally Latina. Like I'm very like I'm very traditionally Latina, and
Okay.
because of
All
that,
right.
I've always
Yeah.
I think what makes me different. I mean, I love to cater to my man. I love to cater to my man, and I don't mean in a submissive. I just love that, and I think, and again, and I'm a great gift giver. I love giving gifts.
Right.
Like
Right.
it really matters to me because it means that I'm telling you that I like to give gifts that I don't that most people wouldn't find, or something that I let's say you tell me you I don't know, let's tell me we're dating and you told me that, oh, in the winter you like to snowboard, and I find something that has a little snowboard on it, I will buy that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I
Okay.
will buy something, like if it's something that I think that you would like, or something like, or I'll buy you a coffee table book about snowboards, whatever, but something
Right.
that you wouldn't have bought for yourself, I
Right.
want to give that to you. And I think what makes me unique, have you seen these legs, bitch?
I, oh, I have, if that's a good question, I have. So, but some of them might not have, but I have. So,
Well,
okay, that makes you unique. All right. So you got
oh,
Sean
you know
Canadian.
what's so funny? Wait, I have to tell you this. Um, you know me, and it's gonna be hard for you to wrap your head around this,
Hmm.
but on film and in pictures, I look really tall.
Okay.
And so people meet me, like, and since we're talking about dating, like I'll meet someone online, I connect with someone online, and we meet,
Yeah.
and they'll be like,
Right.
I
You're
thought you'd be so
taller.
tall.
Right.
Like, I'm seeing this guy that he's 6 feet, and when we met, he said, from your pictures, I think you were like 5'6", 5'7". I was like, I'm not I'm like,
Well,
I
tell the
know.
people your actual. Well, tell them your size. Tell them
I'm only 4'11", but it's the
she's 4'11".
personality and the legs
Yeah,
and the
she's
legs.
brighter and taller on television.
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
legs.
cool. So you're walking down when you're 4'11" legs, and you're
Hmm.
walking down the beach or the street. Out pops a genie, and it's me. I'm the genie. Now I'm
Okay,
working
you're the
my way
genie.
up. Yeah, I'm working my way up though. So I only have one wish to give you. I give you your
Okay,
wish. Your wish has to involve love. What is your one
okay.
wish? What is that
To,
wish?
my wish is to find my life partner, to find my person, to have my person.
Cool. That's a simple one.
Yeah.
It's really simple. Some people,
I
yeah.
don't have that person yet. So if I had that person, I would be like that we'd stay in love forever. But like, since that person, I don't have that person yet. I hope. Well, that's it. I hope we stay. That I'm with my person. We're in love forever.
We're in love forever. Well, that's cool. That's it. That's cool.
Hmm.
All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, which means you can go further. You can go
Hmm.
further. For this show, I'll let you go as far as you want to go. On a scale of 1 to 10, where do you place your love? Jenny's love. Where does she place it? On a scale of
In
one
my
to ten.
life,
Period. Just period.
I think
Obviously,
I think love is definitely in the top three things that I want in life.
no. If like say you and we were laying afterwards, I would say, girl, Jenny, that's a 10, or girl, Jenny, that's a
Oh,
200. Physical love.
oh, my beer.
Where would you place yourself?
Um, I think I'm a solid 8.
Okay, an 8.
Yeah,
Okay, that works for me. Again, whatever works for me. Whatever
I
works for
think
you, it works for me.
I'm a solid 8. I won't say 10. I'll let everyone else say that.
Every everyone else.
Everyone
Okay.
else can tell me that. All my lovers can say that I'm a 10, but
Yeah.
I will give myself an 8.
Okay. Cool. Give us 3 things, the positives about men that you appreciate. What are 3 positives that you appreciate about men?
Thing, uh, 3 positive things that I appreciate about that I would want a man to do, that I'd appreciate that a man
Whatever
does.
works.
Uh,
Whatever works
okay,
for you.
whatever. No, because I don't want to say like. I mean, I like a man who makes sure I walk on the inside.
Okay.
That's that's a
That's
very
cool.
nice thing. I think
Hmm.
that's awesome. And even like with like my like even with like my comic friends, like I see them, they make sure that I'm on the inside. I'm like, all right, that's cute. Like, all right, that's cute, that's cute, that's cute. Like I like that. Um that I mean that's a thing for me. And I like three things. That is important to me. I like communication, obviously.
Hmm.
A man who can express his emotions is very attractive. I don't think men have realized how attractive that is to women. And so a guy and can cut a rug. A man who can dance.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
those
That's
are
three
three
things.
things
Okay.
I really appreciate in a man if they have it.
What are three things that you care about a woman? And these could be three things in yourself that you have. Like you have the three things for men. What are three things for women? You have yourself on mute.
I'm
There,
sorry. Can you
there
hear me?
you go. Yes, I
No,
can hear
because
you.
my headphones died. I'm sorry, so I had to take them off. So
No problem. I got you.
I
Uh,
think I think a woman, and this is call I'm old school. I'm very old school. I think a woman should always look good on her man's arm. Like a woman needs to look good for herself. And because she
okay.
looks good for herself, she will never look good on a man's on her man's arm. Like I'm never gonna be busted on my man's arm.
Right.
That's not an option. That's
Okay.
not an option. So I think a woman who is well dressed and well groomed is very attractive. I think um a woman who stands up for herself, I think is attractive. I think that men can appreciate a woman who will stand up for herself. And I think it's important for a woman to I, I think it's important for a woman to lay her cards on the table. I think a lot of women like to play games or play around the bush and think that men are going to guess, and I don't think that that's fair. And then we want to accuse you of like you didn't get me. Well, I didn't. You're not the genie, and you're not going to get. Oh, you're not a mind reader, and you're not going to get it. So
Right.
I think that a woman who lays her cards on the table is a woman to be respected.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. You have respect. You have honesty, and you have trust. Respect, honesty, and trust. For
Hmm.
this show, you get a chance to remove one of those and still be okay. Your relationship be fine. Which one are you getting rid of out of those three?
What did you say? Respect.
Respect, honesty, and trust. You have a chance, the opportunity right now to get rid of one of those for the show, and your relationship will last forever. Which one are you getting rid of? Or which one can you live without during that situation or during the situation?
See, I think honesty and trust go together because if I can't trust you if I don't think you're honest. So you see what I mean? Like that's how I see it.
Hmm.
Like I can't trust you if I don't think you're honest. So if I get rid of honesty, then then trust goes with it. So those three can't. I think those two are married.
You think, okay, and it's
I think
fine.
those two are
You
married.
think those two are married. But for this show, for this show, which now you're trying to make it hard on me, respect, honesty, and trust. So, so you're saying you can just live with respect, but or you live with those two, and you got out of
I
those
guess
three.
you can have respect. I think respect can be overrated sometimes.
Yeah, I've had so many different answers for the show. It's just funny how you were very serious about your answer too. So
Yeah, I have to think about it.
okay, that's cool. Um, um, let's see, Jenny. Let's see for Jenny. Um, I have so many different ones here. Okay, let's find out about. You've lived in this world for a while.
Yeah.
Give
Thanks.
me five. Give me five.
Thanks. You just called me old.
Give me five things that you love about the world. Five things that you love about the world.
I love natural beauty in the sense of like you see I hate to get sappy, but there are times you see if you're standing at the Grand Canyon, you can't for me, I can't stop. I think but the only thing that comes to my mind is how great thou art. You know what I mean? Like that's the only
Right.
thing
Right.
standing in front of the Grand Canyon.
I
You
got
studying
you.
something like that. Like I was in California in Malibu and I saw a school of dolphins like playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Great, like that. Like so natural beauty
Okay.
is one of the things that I love about our world. I love I think that we're mostly inherently good. You
Sure,
know,
sure.
we're mostly inherently good. You're most of us are not gonna walk past an old lady who fell.
Right, right,
Most of us.
right,
Right. So I love I love what we as humans of the world have come up with in technology. The fact that I'm talking to you right now on like we're the Jetsons.
right. Technology.
I
Okay.
love technology is amazing. I'm like Kit Dynamite about that. I love technology.
All
So
right.
technology, I love technology and I love
Sometimes these get kind of difficult because
well,
you
because you think, I
ask.
mean, I talk about the natural beauty, but so natural
Right,
beauty, and I
right,
love the technology, and I love, um, I love this, I love the stars and the moon, but they're not in our world, but
right.
that's still natural
Well,
beauty.
yeah, right. And we see them, so that can
Yeah,
work. All right.
yeah.
So I just give me one. Give me one more.
Um, I
See,
love
these are
the
right, and these are things that you don't think about, but then you walk past. Like it could be a
it's the
flower. It could be
weirdest
the
so
sun. It
yeah,
could be anything. It could be the smallest thing or the largest thing. So
right. But I love, but see, like I said, like I love when when I saw the Grand Canyon for the first time, it took my breath away. When I
right,
went to Alaska for the first time, it took
right,
my breath away. And that's nature. But then you go to Rome and you see the Colosseum and you're like, yo, they build this like with their hands,
right, right,
and wooden mallets,
right, right.
And that's amazing. I think that um the innovations that we can come up with. I love that. I love technology, I love nature, and I love I love foods of the world.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. That works out. That runs us right into your favorites. If you notice, we've jumped into the
Yeah,
favorite screen.
favorites.
And
Yeah, yes,
this
yes,
is the last section. And then we're going to let you out of here. You've been a
all right.
wonderful guest. So let's find out really quickly. These are one word answers. Give us
Okay.
your 7 favorites. Your favorite food.
7 favorite food?
No,
Oh,
it's 7 questions, but it's your
oh,
favorites. So food is your first one.
oh, mango, like mofongo.
Okay. Your favorite book.
Oh, God, that's a difficult one. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Believe It or Not, The Outsiders.
Okay. All right. Your favorite movie.
Greece.
All right.
You have to think about that twice.
Your favorite flower.
A gardenia.
Gardenia is your favorite
Mhm,
flower?
mhm.
Okay. You smiled when you said gardenia. 30 seconds or less. Why?
I just Oh, okay. I don't have to tell you this real quick. I was going on a date with Anthony Dorset Jr. Anthony Dorset Jr., the actual Anthony Dorset Jr. I was waiting for him at this bar, and this man said to me, "Oh, you're very beautiful." And he gave me this gardenia. He goes, he said, Billie Holiday used to wear these in her hair, and I kept that gardenia and I pressed it in a Bible, and I had it for years and years and years and years and years, and it fell out of the Bible. But yeah, and it was on the date. And I remember telling Anthony Dorset Jr. I was like, Anthony Dorset Jr. I didn't call him by his full name. I said, Anthony,
Yes.
listen, this guy gave me this gardenia. So
All right. All right. That works out. Your favorite drink, alcoholic and non alcoholic. Your favorite drink,
my
non
favorite
alcoholic.
non-alcoholic drink is water. I love
Water. A
water.
lot of people say water. Yes, water.
Water. And second close second is a lemonade. Any lemonade, I'm happy with. Um,
Okay.
and my favorite alcoholic drink, I'm a vodka soda girl or a Jameson girl.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And your favorite, this is 7. Your
This is
favorite
7.
romantic position. Your favorite romantic position.
Um, missionary. If it's romantic.
Whatever works for you. You asked. Missionary works fine. That works out fine.
Only look at you.
Jenny Saldana, thank you so much for being a part of this show.
Thank you. This was so much fun. Have me back whenever. Maybe when I bring back the little brown girl show, you're gonna have to come on it.
Anytime. You've been a wonderful guest this evening. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, really quickly, where can they find you at?
Instagram, The Little Brown Girl Show, The Little Brown Girl Show, all one word.
All one word, The Little Brown Girl Show. We appreciate you. And thank you so much. You've got time, so we're gonna close this out. We appreciate everything that you do. We appreciate from the boobies. We appreciate for your whole thing of your comedy wise.
Quick, let me just say this real quick. Please get checked. Men, check your testicles. Prostate testicular cancer is a real thing. And also, please, also partners, more than like partners find lumps faster than yourself. So if you have a partner, have them feel you out and that you know what feels different to them. Also, more Black and Latinas will die of breast cancer. More white women will get it, but more Blacks and Latinas will die of it, and that is unacceptable.
And we appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for your messages. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. You guys can catch me at 10:30 on Monday nights After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. And as I always end the show, I always say, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind. Have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. But wear your mask. Make sure you protect yourselves. Cover yourselves. You may not believe, but others believe. We believe. So we're trying to find our way through this thing. We're trying to get through this stuff that's going on. We're trying to have a decent life. Whatever's happening in your world, we'll make sure that I'm going to do my part. Jenny's going to do her part. So you take care of yourself, and God bless you, and continue blessings. And from my mom and dad who are watching over and protecting from the heavens, have a great one. I'm Shawn Cornelius. Good night, Jenny. After Dark with Shawn Cornelius.
I gave you
I saw that.
You saw that? A dating game kiss.
A dating game kiss.
A dating tip.
So hang tight. Don't you go nowhere. We're going to end the show. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.